Hello! Welcome to my 1000 subscriber special. A week ago, I made a community post asking you guys what you would like to see for my 1000 sub special, and I decided on BitMG80's request, a supercut of all of my glitch tutorials for people who have the time to learn a lot at once. So, without further ado, let's go! Welcome to Windbomb 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to perform a Windbomb using the double backflip method. Step 1. Find something that is about half of Link's height, like a tree stump. Step 2. Get as close to the stump as you can and hold ZL. Step 3. While holding ZL, do 2 backflips. Step 4. Place down the square bomb, then get on top of the tree stump, all while holding ZL. Step 5. Move as far back on the tree stump as you can and switch to the round bomb. Step 6. Backflip and tap ZR at the peak of your jump to enter bullet time. Step 7. When about a third of a stamina circle has drained, drop the round bomb, immediately switch to the square bomb, and detonate. If you did this right, this should send you soaring across Hyrule faster than you can normally glide. This method is good for getting a little bit of height and some decent horizontal speed, but it is very limited in where you can launch from. If you want a more detailed explanation on how to do this, I would recommend RMFH's Windbomb guide video or Alexander Hyperbeam's guide on Reddit. If you're on YouTube, there is a link to both in the description. Oh, and welcome to Windbomb 201. In today's class, I will teach you how to perform a Windbomb using the square bomb ledge method. Step 1. Find a ledge where you can enter bullet time immediately after jumping off. Step 2. Jump off the ledge and tap L to drop a round bomb immediately after you jump. Timing is important here, the bomb should be nearly touching the ground you jumped off of. Step 3. Immediately after dropping the round bomb, tap ZR to go into bullet time and switch to the square bomb. Step 4. Tap L to drop the square bomb anytime before 1/2 of a stamina circle has drained. Step 5. Immediately switch to the round bomb and tap L to detonate. This method provides decent height and potentially great horizontal speed. When you drop a square wind bomb in midair, it automatically aligns with the 4 cardinal directions, so it is best to be facing roughly north, west, east, or south when wind bombing. It also works in the inner cardinal directions, but you have to be a little more precise, so I recommend using your scope to aim before you jump.
For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Alexander Hyperbeam's guide on Reddit. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description.
Oh, and welcome to Windbomb 202. In today's class, I will teach you how to perform a wind bomb using the round bomb ledge method. Step 1. Find a ledge where you can enter bullet time immediately after jumping off. Step 2. Jump off the ledge and tap L to drop a square bomb immediately after you jump. Timing is important here, the bomb should be nearly touching the ground you jumped off of. Step 3. Immediately after dropping the square bomb, tap ZR to go into bullet time and switch to the round bomb. Step 4. Tap L to drop the round bomb after about 1/4 of a stamina circle has drained. Step 5. Immediately switch to the square bomb and tap L to detonate. This method is pretty inconsistent. It can result in extreme height or extreme horizontal speed, but is very difficult to pull off. As you can see here, I only successfully got height. The advantage of this method is that you can be aiming anywhere, so there's more freedom in where you launch from. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Alexander Hyperbeam's guide on Reddit. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Windbomb 301. In today's class, I will teach you how to perform a Windbomb using the vertical method. Step 1. Find a ledge where you can enter bullet time immediately after jumping off. Step 2. Back up, sprint jump off the ledge, and immediately tap L to drop the square bomb. It should be roughly a foot or two above the ledge you jumped off of. Step 3. Immediately after dropping the square bomb, tap ZR to enter bullet time and try to switch to the round bomb, but panic like I did. Step 4. After entering bullet time, drop the round bomb, switch back to the square bomb, and tap L to detonate. The instructions aren't quite as clear on this one because it is very inconsistent. I don't think it's as difficult to perform as the round bomb ledge method, but it will take some time. If done properly, you will be launched vertically at very high speeds. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Alexander Hyperbeam's guide on Reddit. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Windbomb 401. In today's class, I will teach you how to perform a wind bomb using the gliding horizontal method. Step 1. Jump or wind bomb off of something tall and start gliding. Step 2. While gliding forward, tap L to drop a round bomb and immediately tap ZR to enter bullet time. Step 3. Immediately switch to the square bomb and tap L to drop it. Step 4. Switch back to the round bomb and detonate. If done properly, this will typically get you a little height and a lot of horizontal speed. Using this and the upcoming gliding vertical method, you should be able to traverse all of Hyrule without touching the ground. This method is the easiest, as you just follow the steps as fast as you can without worrying about timing. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Alexander Hyperbeam's guide on Reddit. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Windbomb 402. In today's class, I will teach you how to perform a wind bomb using the gliding vertical method. Step 1. Jump or wind bomb off of something tall and start gliding. Step 2. While gliding forward, let go of the left joystick so Link starts slowing down. Step 3. Before Link comes to a complete stop, tap L to drop a round bomb. Step 4. When the bomb reaches just below Link's feet, tap ZR to enter bullet time. Step 5. Immediately switch to the square bomb and tap L to drop it, then switch back to the round bomb and detonate. If done properly, this will typically get you a lot of height but not much speed. Using both gliding methods, you should be able to traverse all of Hyrule without touching the ground. This method is also very easy and consistent, but it does require a little bit of timing in the beginning. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Alexander Hyperbeam's guide on Reddit. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Fall Damage Cancel 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to cancel fall damage anywhere. Step 1. Have any melee weapon equipped. Step 2. Jump off any ledge. Step 3. While falling, hold R to prepare a weapon throw. Step 4. When you get close to the ground, release R and immediately pull up the weapon selection menu. Step 5. Switch to a different weapon and exit the weapon selection menu. And that's it. I don't really have a more in-depth video to recommend as this one is pretty simple. Oh, and welcome to Bullet Time Bounce 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to perform a bullet time bounce to launch you haphazardly across Hyrule. Step 1. Have a sword, shield, and bow equipped and find a non-boss enemy. Step 2. Find a ledge where you can enter bullet time immediately after jumping off and lure the enemy over. Step 3. Freeze the enemy using any ice weapon. Step 4. Tap ZL and A after jumping to shield surf jump off of the ledge towards the enemy, and tap ZR to enter bullet time. If you land on the enemy with your shield, you will typically get extreme height and horizontal speed. You don't need to freeze the enemy if it is the red version of it. This glitch is slightly inconsistent, as the direction you launch is based on what angle you land on the enemy. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Cleric's bullet time physics video. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Flurry Lock / Thunderclap Rush 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to flurry rush an enemy without a perfect dodge. Step 1. Have a sword, shield, and bow equipped and find a ledge where you can enter bullet time immediately after jumping off. Step 2. While holding ZL, either side hop or backflip off of the ledge. Make sure your weapon is sheathed when you do this. Step 3. Tap ZR and Y simultaneously in midair. If done properly, you will briefly enter bullet time, but Link will put away his bow and look like this. When you land, you will be flurry rushing. To Thunderclap Rush, where you charge at the enemy to flurry rush them, let them hit your shield with a melee attack and then follow the previous steps.
This also works if you almost get hit with a melee attack or hit them with an unguarded melee attack, but it is easier to just let them hit your shield. Cleric already has a YouTube short detailing how to do this glitch, but I want to fill out my glitch compendium.
For a more detailed explanation, I recommend either Cleric's Flurry Rush short or DBreezyMed's post on Reddit. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Flying 201. In today's class, I will teach you how to fly across Hyrule like this. Step 1. Have a shield and bow equipped and place either remote bomb on the ground. Step 2. While holding ZL, press ZR and A at the same time to pick up the remote bomb. Your bow should still be in your hand like this. Step 3. Press X to jump, and while in midair, press B and plus in very quick succession. You should see Link holding the bomb lower like this. Step 4. While paused, remove your shield, then unpause. If done properly, you should be holding your bomb and bow above your head again but without a shield on. Step 5. Aim your bow with ZR, then tap B to cancel that. You should be holding the bow in one hand and the bomb in the other. Step 6. Sprint towards any ledge that Link can step up onto. If you followed these steps perfectly, then you should be endlessly soaring across Hyrule at high speeds. To change what direction you're speeding in, wiggle Link's butt in your desired direction. If you let go of any direction on the joystick or let go of B, you will fall. I still recommend Cleric's video for some more tips. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Flying 301. I already showed how to do this glitch in Flying 201, so in today's class I'm going to go over some important tips regarding the glitch. I would like to thank Eli Simmering48 for pointing out that the circle bomb is faster than the square bomb. I did some testing and here are the results. The square bomb has the advantage when it comes to setup, as the round bomb gets blown around by the wind, so you have to find a good corner to trap it. The round bomb has the advantage when it comes to starting speed. As you can see here, within the first 10 seconds of launching, the round bomb gets you much further and maintains momentum longer. The round bomb also has the advantage when it comes to wiggle speed. After a short wiggle, the round bomb again gets you much further and maintains momentum longer. Even if you use a long wiggle on the square bomb, it is still slower and loses momentum faster than a short wiggle on the round bomb. This glitch also works on other objects that you can pick up, like this barrel, and it seems to be even faster than both remote bombs, so I encourage you to play around with different items and see how they work while flying. And if you think of a way that I can get a barrel onto the Ridgeland Tower so I can use it for the gliding challenge, then let me know. Oh, and welcome to Fosbury Flop 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to flop like a fish to double your jump height. Step 1. Run toward the object you were trying to get on top of. Step 2. Press X to jump, then press ZL and A to shield surf. Step 3. Immediately press Y to shield spin and then X to jump while shield spinning. Step 4. 1 frame after your shield leaves the ground, remove your shield. If done properly, you will flop high into the air, effectively doubling your jump height. Timing when to remove the shield can be tricky, but once you get it down, it's easy to perform. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Cleric's video shown here. If you're watching on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Stasis Launch 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to use any stasisable object that you can stand on to send you flying across Hyrule. Step 1. Equip a two-handed weapon that has the spinning special attack, and find a stasisable object that you can stand on, like a log. Step 2. Stasis the object, turn around, and start spinning. Turning around allows you to build up energy nearly twice as fast. Step 3. Climb on the object and jump in front of its trajectory right when your stasis breaks. If done properly, this will send you flying in whatever direction you pointed the stasis. This is great for speed or height depending on what direction you launch the object. You can also use your bow to aim the object better once you've built up enough energy with your weapon. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend the Anna Lay's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and hi, welcome to Moonjump 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to jump a lot, like forever. Step 1. Tame a horse and register it at a stable using the only name Link's horse should ever have. Step 2. Travel to the Highland stable and take your horse out. Step 3. Travel west to the end of the road near Pepetto Grove. Step 4. Talk to the guy sitting by the fire while on your horse and start the archery minigame. Step 5. When the minigame starts, turn around and head to the top of that hill overlooking the wild horses. Step 6. When there is about 13 seconds left, jump off of your horse and glide to the wild horses. Step 7. While gliding, land on any of the horses and be in the process of taming it when the minigame ends. If you did this right, some weird shit will be happening when the man talks to you. When he's done talking to you, fast travel anywhere and you should be able to jump infinitely. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Cleric's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Moonjump 201. In today's class, I will teach you some tricks that you can do with Moonjump and clear up a misconception from the first part. This tutorial assumes you are familiar with Moonjump. If you aren't, then watch my Moonjump 101 video. First thing I wanted to talk about is how to remove Moonjump once you have it. To remove it, you can just mount something, the Master Cycle being the easiest option, or you can just close and reopen the game. Next, I want to teach you how to glide on the ground. While Moonjump is active, use Rivali's Gale or do a backflip jump attack. Then you can pull out your glider. Just make sure you do this away from the ground so you have time to pull out your glider, or this can happen. Now you can glide across the ground, which according to Cleric is 27% faster than sprinting. To go back to the walking state, either blow yourself up with a bomb, climb something, or start to throw a weapon and switch to a different weapon before you finish the throw, much like fall damage canceling. I highly recommend you check out Cleric's video on this as he covers a lot more on this than I do. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Bowspin 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to use your bow to perform a spinning special attack. Step 1. Have a two-handed weapon and a bow equipped. Step 2. Hold Y to perform the spinning special attack. Step 3. When the handle of Link's weapon passes over his head, press B and ZR simultaneously. If done properly, you will be spinning around with your bow in hand. This glitch has two benefits. The hitbox is still attached to your two-handed weapon, so you can now hit things above and below Link. And if you are using an elemental weapon, it won't run out of juice while spinning. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend this gentleman's video. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Rune Reset 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to instantly reset any rune cooldown. It's super easy. Step 1. Use any rune with a cooldown like Stasis. Step 2. As soon as the cooldown timer starts, press pause. Step 3. View a memory and spam pause to skip it. If done properly, the cooldown timer will have reset when you finish skipping the memory, saving you a precious second or two. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend you rewatch this video because it's really not hard at all. Oh, and welcome to Invisible Glider 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to glide around without a glider. Step 1. Find a cuckoo, cucko, and pick it up. Step 2. Jump off any ledge while carrying the bird. Step 3. Near the peak of Link's jump, press ZR to pull out your bow. If done properly, you will be gliding around with your bow in hand. At this point, you can pause and remove your bow from the inventory screen to glide around with nothing. It's a pretty useless glitch, honestly. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Cleric's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Fireproof Weapons 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to fireproof any flammable weapon. Step 1. Start a fire and equip a flammable weapon. Step 2. Place down a bomb and light your weapon on fire. Step 3. Press B to sheath your weapon, then L to blow up the bomb. Make sure to blow up the bomb after the fire is put out, but before the weapon is on Link's back. If done properly, your weapon is now fireproof. There are a couple of things to note though. If you put away your weapon at this point, it will no longer be fireproof and you will have to do the glitch again. Also, this will not work near Death Mountain. Even if you fireproof your weapon, the heat will constantly catch it on fire. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Gaming Reinvented's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Shield Surf Jump / Whistle Sprint 101. I've had a few comments from people saying things like this, and I can relate to that because I beat the game and every shrine multiple times since it came out 4 years ago, but I didn't start learning about all of these helpful glitches and tips until I started watching Point Grow about a year and a half ago. So I know a lot of people already know how to shield surf jump and whistle sprint, but these were the two most helpful techniques that I learned to get through the game. To shield surf jump, all you do is press X to jump and then ZL plus A in midair. This gets you a little extra height and roughly doubles your jump distance. It's super useful in shrines. To whistle sprint, you just hold down on the D-pad to whistle and keep tapping B. This makes you run almost as fast as sprinting speed, but without using any stamina. It's great for traversing the map when you have a low max stamina. However, this does alert nearby enemies like normal whistling does. And that's it. Oh, and welcome to Combat Bullet Time 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to enter bullet time from the ground. Step 1. Have a bow and shield equipped and place a square bomb on the ground. Step 2. Stand close to the bomb and press X to jump and then ZL plus A to shield surf. Step 3. When you land on the bomb, press X to jump again. Step 4. Press ZR at the peak of your jump to enter bullet time. If done properly, the bomb will give you a small launch upwards, enough for you to be able to briefly enter bullet time. If you practice with the setup, you can use it during combat to get in a few electric headshots. A lot of people have used this trick for combat montages against Lynels. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Medi333's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Combat Bullet Time 201. In today's class, I will teach you how to perform a shield block reset so you can enter bullet time from anywhere. Step 1. Have a shield, bow, and bomb equipped. Step 2. Place either bomb on the ground, hold ZL, and back up a little. Step 3. While holding ZL, jump forward and immediately detonate the bomb. Timing is important here. The bomb will stagger you like this, allowing you to jump again. Step 4. While still holding ZL, jump in any direction and immediately hold ZR to enter bullet time. If done properly, you will have entered bullet time from the ground, allowing you to get a few shots in at a potential enemy. This is a very difficult glitch to perform because the timing is really hard to get down. I've heard it's easier to jump forward on your second jump, but I had just as much luck with a backflip. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend checking out 3am Plays video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Early Master Sword 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to get the Master Sword with only 3 hearts. Step 1. Find the Master Sword in Korok Forest. Step 2. Start a campfire right next to the Master Sword. Step 3. Stand close to the fire and Master Sword and look straight up. Step 4. Rest at the campfire and mash A while the game is loading. If done properly, the game will let you grab the Master Sword before it is loaded in fully. Now you can do the Master Sword trials with only 3 hearts. What fun! For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Limcube's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Menu Overload 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to overload your menu so Link looks like this. Step 1. Go to the Yiga clan hideout and collect as many duplex bows as you can. You can get up to 7 here, but I was only able to get 5. Step 2. If you have the full 7 bows, you can go anywhere. If you got at least 5 like me, go to the Korok Forest. Step 3. Equip a duplex bow and shock arrows and unsheath them so you look like this. Step 4. In your inventory, drop the bow you were holding, equip the next duplex bow, and unpause. Step 5. Repeat step 4 until you are holding your last duplex bow in your hands. If done properly, Link will look like this when you press pause again. This glitch allows you to do multiple things, including durability transfer, equipment duplicating, infinite gems, and returning the Master Sword, all of which I will cover in my next few glitch tutorials. I highly recommend you check out Cleric's video on this, as he covers a lot more about this glitch. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Durability Transfer 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to transfer the durability from one piece of equipment to another. Step 1. Equip the item that you want to transfer durability from. In this case, I am transferring the Hylian Shield's massive durability to a Savage Lynel Shield. Step 2. Overload the menu. If you don't know how to do this, watch my menu overload tutorial. Step 3. Press pause and equip the item you want to transfer durability to. So I am switching to the Savage Lynel shield, but the game still shows me holding the Hylian shield. Step 4. Damage the item's durability. If you are using the glitch on a weapon, then go ahead and hit something or throw it. If you're using it on a shield like me, then just shield surf in place. If done properly, you can pick up the duplex bows to un-overload the menu, and then unequip and re-equip your item. It now has the durability of the other item. To test this on my shield, here is a bomb block before the durability transfer, and here is one after. I highly recommend you check out Cleric's video on this, as he covers a lot more about this glitch. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Equipment Duplication 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to duplicate any of your equipment. Step 1. Equip the item you want to duplicate. In this case, I am duplicating the Zora Spear. Step 2. Overload the menu. If you don't know how to do this, watch my menu overload tutorial. Step 3. Press pause and switch to a different item. You should still see Link holding the original item, in this case, the Zora Spear. Step 4. If you're duping a weapon, throw it and pick it up. If you're duping a shield or bow, shock yourself to drop it and then pick it up. If done properly, you have now duplicated an item. If you want to duplicate an item multiple times, just pick up one duplex bow to slightly un-overload the menu, switch to the item you want to dupe, and re-overload the menu. I highly recommend you check out Cleric's video on this, as he covers a lot more about this glitch. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Infinite Gems / Rupees 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to become rich super fast. Step 1. Get any Royal Guard weapon from Hyrule Castle and equip it. Step 2. Bring it to Parsi at the Riverside Stable. Talk to her twice and she will give you 300 rupees. Step 3. Equip a different weapon and overload the menu. If you don't know how to do this, then watch my menu overload tutorial. Step 4. Once overloaded, press pause and equip the Royal Guard weapon. You should still see your other weapon on your back. Step 5. Talk to Parsi and accept her offer over and over. If done properly, Parsi will keep giving you gems because she thinks you have the Royal Guard weapon equipped, but she can't actually take the weapon. Now you can just keep accepting her offer until you are rich. After about 5 minutes of mashing A, I was able to sell the gems to Beetle for nearly 10,000 rupees. I highly recommend you check out Cleric's video on this, as he covers a little more about this glitch. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Skew 101. In today's class, I will teach you what Skew is. Skew is used for a few glitches that I will teach you in the coming weeks, including shield clipping, extended shield clipping, and skew bouncing. To obtain Skew, shield surf on any slope like this. To check that you've obtained Skew, just turn perpendicular to the slope, to the left or right. Shield surf and remove your shield in midair. You should see Link tip in a direction for 1 frame. This is Skew. The steeper the slope, the stronger the skew. For example, here is a weaker skew and here is a stronger skew. A stronger skew is better in every circumstance. The most important thing to note is the direction of your skew. So if you are facing north when you obtain your skew, you can only shield clip through walls while facing north. Here's an example. First, I shield surf onto this slope, which gives me skew. Then, I can only shield clip through walls while facing that same direction. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Cleric's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Or if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. Oh, and welcome to Shield Clip 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to clip through nearly any wall in the game. This tutorial assumes you are familiar with Skew. If you aren't, then watch my Skew 101 video. Step 1. Shield surf jump against a slope to obtain Skew. Step 2. Check your Skew. Step 3. Shield surf jump against the wall you want to clip through. Remember that you need to be facing the same direction as the slope you jumped on. Step 4. When Link's shield is parallel to the ground, but he only has 1 foot on it like this, take off your shield. If you accidentally pull up the shield menu too early, you can buffer like this to find the right moment. This is the most consistent timing I have found. Step 5. As you come out of the shield menu, make sure you are pushing forward on the left joystick. If done properly, you will be able to clip through the wall with ease. This glitch is a little difficult to get at first, but is really easy once you have it down. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Cleric's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Extended Shield Clip 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to clip through thicker walls like shrine doors. This tutorial assumes you are familiar with skew and shield clipping. If you aren't, then watch my last 2 tutorials. Step 1. Use the edge of the shrine platform to obtain skew. Step 2. Shield surf jump against the door, hold forward the whole time, and buffer the shield menu until you find this moment. It should look like Link is about to land, and then he will move back up a little bit. Hold it there. Step 3. While still holding forward, hold ZL plus A and re-equip your shield. Step 4. Use the shield menu to quickly buffer just 2 frames, and then unequip your shield. If done properly, you will make it through. If it wasn't clear, you need to be holding forward on the left joystick the entire time. This is very difficult to do, so I don't blame you if you never use it. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend Cleric's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Skew Bounce 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to use Skew to double your jump height. This tutorial assumes you are familiar with Skew. If you aren't, then watch my Skew 101 video. Step 1. Obtain Skew while in bullet time. There are a couple of ways you can go about this. You can jump off of something tall while facing your desired slope like this, or if you're out in the open somewhere and don't have something tall to jump off of, you can shield surf jump off of the top of your desired slope, enter bullet time, and turn around in midair. Step 2. Shield surf jump in place and take off your shield in midair. If done properly, you will bounce. This works in the opposite direction that shield clipping does, so if you obtain Skew against a slope like this, you will bounce away from that slope. It is possible to bounce after a running shield surf jump, but it is much less consistent. For a more detailed explanation, I recommend checking out Cleric's video shown here. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Return Master Sword 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to launch your Master Sword into the sky. This tutorial assumes you are familiar with menu overloading. If you aren't, then watch my Menu Overload 101 video. Step 1. Equip the Master Sword. Step 2. Overload the menu so Link looks like this. Step 3. Equip a different weapon, unpause, pause again, and drop the weapon you equipped. If done properly, the Master Sword will rocket into the sky and a message will appear saying the Master Sword has returned to the forest, although it doesn't actually leave your inventory. This is a neat little failsafe that the developers put in to make sure the player can never lose the Master Sword completely, even with glitches. I learned this from BOTW, so go check out his video. If you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description. Oh, and welcome to Stasis Clipping 101. In today's class, I will teach you how to clip through walls using a stasisable object. Step 1. Find a stasisable object and a mostly flat wall. A box is best for this because the flatter the object and wall are, the easier this will be. Step 2. Position the box close to the wall while still being able to fit behind it. Step 3. Stasis the box and point it at the wall. Step 4. Run in between the box and wall and push against the box. If done properly, the box will push you through the wall when stasis ends. Compared to shield clipping, this is a very easy and consistent way to clip through a wall. The only problem is that most important walls in the game, like walls inside of shrines, have 2 layers, so once you use the box to clip into the wall, you can't get back out or move further in without shield clipping. I don't have a video to recommend on this one as I didn't find many good tutorials, so just rewatch this. Oh, and